Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you Facebook ads, and I'll be walking you through step by step how you start a testing campaign from the beginning once you found a product you want to run with, and the steps that you need to take to then scale it up to £1,000 a day ad sets. I'll also be jumping into my ad account to show you exactly how I followed these steps to create a winning product. So the first thing you need to do is you need to run a PPE ad and a video views ad to everybody. So worldwide, 18 to 65s, male and female. And you need to let that run until you've collected enough data to create a 95% lookalike video views audience. So as you can see here on my ad account, this is on the 24th of January 2019. I launched this product and I spent £30 on a post engagement and I spent £20 on a video views ad. I also run an interest-based ad for conversions. You don't need to do this in this process. I was trying something out and it had no bearing on the results. So you need to just focus on the video views and the PPE. And as you can see, as we move over onto the next day, I'd collected enough data and I could change it to a 95% video views audience. So I created myself a custom lookalike and I'd launched a 95% video views for tier 1 countries, and I ran it at a £60 a day campaign budget optimization level. So what that means is that instead of running the 95% lookalikes at £5 a day ad sets, I created 3 versions of the 95% video views lookalike audiences, and I created one for 1%, a 1 to 2%, and a 2 to 5%, and then I duplicated them 9 more times. And the reason that I duplicate them is what I found is that when you have a large audience, Facebook can only optimize so many at a time because the audience is so big. So when you duplicate it and you split them down, the same audience into 10 ad sets, it allows Facebook to then optimize different parts of the audience at the same time. And with the campaign budget optimization, instead of you running £5 a day ad sets to each of those ad sets, the ads manager will then optimize your budget towards which one of those ad sets are performing best. So I'll just give you a quick example. If you had 10 £5 a day ad sets, you'll have a £50 budget and you will spend that £50 budget in that day, no matter which ones are performing and which ones are not. If you had a £50 campaign budget optimization across those 10 ad sets, one of those ad sets might actually spend £30. But if it's spent £30 on that ad set, there's a good chance that it's hitting the objective you set. So one might be £30, one might be £5, and the rest of your budget will be split out across the other 8 ad sets. And that's kind of how CBO works in a nutshell. So as you can see here, if I just sort this by amount spent, this is a £60 a day ad set. And as you can see, £4 of it went to this 1%, 95% lookalike audience because it was getting a high click-through rate. The cost per click was quite low. There was one here, £3.88, and if I just move over here, you can see that this ad set is 2 to 5% ad set was the one that ended up getting the sale on that first day. Whereas the other ones didn't get that many. There weren't that many sales on the first day. So my break even on this product was 1.57 as a ROAS. I did a 1.27 on this second day. So I was a little bit in a loss on the second day, but again, I was still testing. I was still trying to find the audience. So if we carry on, you can see now that this is starting to increase. So now we're at a 1.61 audience. And what I'm doing is every time I reach my break even point over a 7-day period, I will turn off the ad. Then the campaign budget optimization will skip that and it'll start putting funds to other ad sets. And when they reach a break-even point, if it's not made a sale, I'll switch it off. If they are making sales and they are in a profit and my ROAS is positive, I will let the campaign budget optimization keep sending funds to it. So then when I got into the second week of trying this, I had enough audience data by now to create a view content lookalike audience using the same method of view content tier 1. So to all your tier 1 countries, you can just Google tier 1 countries and it'll give you a list. And I created duplications again of 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 5% view content lookalike audiences. Left the campaign budget optimization running. Again, this was on a £60 a day, and it went through. So on this day, I was at 1.8. Again, my break even was at 1.57. It was already making a profit by its third day. So as we continue on, I'll just jump ahead a little bit so you can see this. So by February the 2nd, I was up to a 1.92, and I'd also started doing retargeting ad sets. So I basically created a carousel ad, I created a picture ad and a video ad, and I retargeted people who viewed the video but didn't view the page. I targeted people who viewed the page but didn't add to cart, who added to cart but didn't initiate the checkout, and then who initiated the checkout but didn't purchase. And that's how I run my retargeting campaigns, offering them as a discount as to further get down the funnel, just to entice them to take that extra step to make the purchase. So by the third week of running these ads, I'd collected enough data that I'd found that my target audience for this product was 35 to 54-year-olds in the UK. They're the ones that were giving me the best ROAS through all the 95% lookalike audience, the view content lookalike audience, the retargets. They were the ones that were giving me the profits. And the way that I found that out was just using the breakdown option within Facebook and choosing Asian, gender and country, and just sorting it by the number of purchases and the ROAS, just to see who was giving me the best return. And as you can see here, by February the 3rd, I was on a 4.25 ROAS. Remember, my break even is a 1.57. For those of you that don't know, you set up your campaign budget optimization within the campaign level. So to do that, you just need to click edit on the ad, and you will see that you can set a campaign level if you just switch this on. And I had this set as £100 a day. But if I just go into it and show you exactly what I did, I created 10 ad sets of all the same audience, 35 to 54 UK, and I just duplicated them. So now I knew what my perfect audience was. I had a campaign budget set up. So now I let this run for a little while, and I let it see what was coming in, see if obviously you're still going to be testing. Even though I know now what my audience is, I still needed to test it just to be sure. So I was keeping an eye on it, and I was making a decent margin on this. And if I just jump forward a little bit, we did a 2.54 ROAS on that day. Again, I'm still running the 95% of the video view content lookalike audience for the ads that are still making a profit. If by now they're not making a profit over a 7-day period, I'm just killing them. I'm taking them off. So if we just skip through this a little bit further, you'll see that we did a 3.89 there on the 5th of Feb, and it was doing really, really well at this point. So then by the 6th of Feb, we were doing a 4.05, and I was just letting this run. They were just letting it run just to see what we could do. So if you look to the following week, we started running the £200 a day budget just to see as a final test to make sure that it was actually working. And if we just move over here, as you can see on the 10th of February, it did a 4.1 ROAS at £200 a day. This product was costing £9. We were selling it for £22.95. So then once we were happy the £200 a day was working, we duplicated it, and still running the duplication campaign budget optimization method, we set this up to do £1,000 a day with a target cost limit in there. So to set your target cost limit, what you need to do is head over into the ad set. You need to change your campaign bid strategy from lowest cost to target cost. Once you've changed the target cost, you need to head over to your ad sets and change the target cost at the bottom of the page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we set this at £9.70 per purchase, which was around 75% of our break-even point. This then lets Facebook try and spend that £1,000, but if you're not making a purchase for every £9.70, roughly £9.70 that Facebook spends, it won't spend that £1,000. If you put this too high, then Facebook will just keep spending, you'll blow that 1,000 really, really quickly. If you put it too low, then the ad just won't be delivered, you won't get impressions with this. You need to kind of adjust this as you're going through. It's a little bit more advanced, but you need to adjust that cost to try and find the sweet spot where you're delivering it out to enough people, but it's not blowing your budget. And the way to do that is to keep an eye on your CPM. So as you can see here, our CPM, our cost per 1,000 impressions, were running at around £5. you can see here. So even on the £100 a day, we're at £6.64 on the £100 a day, and £5.52 on the £200 a day. And on our £1,000 a day ad sets, we were in at £5.78. So we were roughly getting the same cost per impression across each of these ad sets. Even though we were going out to more, we were getting the same costs, and that let us keep an eye on this to make sure that we were definitely still controlling the budget. And if we just scroll over here, you can see that £1,000 a day ad set was doing a 2.14 ROAS, 4.1 on the 200, and we basically sent this out to everybody in the UK. We weren't even using lookalike audiences here. This was just a completely broad, open audience to the UK at 35 to 54. No purchase lookalikes, no add to carts, no initiate checkouts, just an open audience with online shopping as an interest. And that was it. That's how easy it was to set this up. So then by February the 11th, we were in full swing with this, and we spent £1,200 on that one day, and we brought in 2,500 in sales with a 2.17 ROAS. We could have gone quicker with it. We took it slowly to find out what the audience was. And I think what you just need to be aware of when you're running these ads is that at the beginning you're buying data. You're buying data. Don't expect to get sales if you're running PPE or video views. Those ads are for those specific objectives. If you send out a PPE, you'll be pretty lucky if you get a conversion. You're on video views, again, you're not trying to do it for conversions, you're doing it for that specific objective. So just remember that you're buying data at the beginning. Once you have your data, once you have your 95% lookalike video views data, then you can switch it to a conversion objective and try and get sales from the 95% video views. So that's how we found success on Facebook ads in 2019. A little note on this as well, they are actually forcing ad accounts to use the CBO, the Campaign Budget Optimization, from September 2019. So you will no longer be able to do £5 a day ad sets like a lot of you are probably doing right now. You have to switch to the CBO. We've been using CBO for a while, and to be honest, it's really, really useful with how it weights it towards the ads that are leaning more towards your objective. So yeah, I hope this was useful for you, just to jump into this ad account, give you an idea of the steps that it takes. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm trying to answer as many as I can, and there's going to be more videos like this, more insight into how Facebook ads work in 2019, how to find winning products. So make sure you drop me a like and subscribe to this channel because it helps me out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.